All right, everybody, we'll get started just in a second. Right now, we do have a good even, everybody. Vice Forecaster JD Rapp with you in the Breaking Weather Center today. We'll get started just in a second. We have a make sure audio is working. So, anyway, so good evening, everybody. We're on tonight. It's because we have a tornado watch. It's a PDS. I sent some links to Storm Community. Hopefully, Isaac can join us in a little bit or later on. But the National Weather Service, I'm going to commit this to USA Severe Weather Network and also YouTube. All right, we got somebody on with us right now. Isaac, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. So we got a PDS watch out, folks. That is a typically dangerous situation, right, Isaac? I'm going to turn things over to you so you can kind of talk now.
Sure. So obviously you can see it on your screen there. They have issued
They
a PDS
issued
tornado watch of
a
210.
PDS tornado watch
Um,
210.
Here I'm going to turn my volume down so it doesn't echo. So you can see the polygon there includes much of western and southwest Nebraska into western Kansas. We have some intense tornadic supercells that have been developing. They have been developing rather uh, quickly, rather rapidly. Um, could you pull that screen back up there?
Oh,
Again,
I'm
I
sorry
will
about
point
that.
out I've been following the radar data here fairly
Hold on a
closely
second. Let me get that back.
as things have been evolving. Um, that outflow boundary is getting ready to converge in that environment where we have very high effective shear. And I do think that we're starting to see that impressive instability and low level directional shear and everything starting to come together. So, again, we are likely seeing numerous.
Is that better?
Again, we are seeing numerous tornadoes north of Herndon, Kansas. We are seeing a tornado in progress, according to spotters. And again, this is law enforcement confirmed large tornado at 547. This is north of Herndon, about 6 miles north of there. And this is getting ready to cross the Kansas Nebraska border. And this is, again, if anyone's following this, this is about 14 miles south or west or south southwest of McCook, Nebraska, right on the border. And I'm going to look at my here. I am seeing, I am noting at least 70 knot shear associated with that on the base velocity, or no, rather storm, the super res velocity product on my radar scope. Um, and again, they are also, again, very strong downdraft with this, potential for 3 inch hit
Mm-hmm.
with that cell as well. And again, looks
Yeah,
like
I
this
don't
is
mean to
going
interrupt you, Isaac.
to
Brief tornado
ultimately be tracking.
touchdown. I'm looking at my radar.
Yeah,
We
I
have
was
a
going to
brief
say,
tornado
your product you have pulled up,
touchdown.
but I am ultimately concerned. Yeah, I was going to say we've been getting numerous tornado reports up to this point. We'll share some of those
Yeah,
with you. Um, but
yeah. I got another report just coming
I'm
in
really
at 5:40. At 5:47. All right. At 5:47, a confirmed and large and extremely dangerous tornado was located 6 miles northeast of Henderson,
yeah.
or 15 miles south.
This is Herndon. This is track. I again. I am worried again that cell here has been producing very tight rotation. The good news is I do think that the rotation has slightly given out. Still pretty tight by all means there. It is getting ready to cross the Nebraska border there. It's still up to 70 knots shear with that. So, again, the low-level wind shear and everything appears to be very impressive here. And looking at, again, there's still a lot of clutter on here, so not necessarily a discernible debris signature, but looking at reflectivity, there are some of the frames in there. Looks like there's still indications of what could be a debris signature in there. And again, new scan, kind of less discernible with that, but still, this is on track to. This is heading towards McCook, and again, McCook is another city here. This is about 60 miles south of North Platte, Nebraska, and again,
Yeah, I got a new report coming in,
area.
Isaac. Off-duty new EM element reporting tornado near Herndon was located west of between Oban and McCook. So we have a tornado. Getting a lot of reports, Isaac, coming in.
Yeah, we'll do our best to kind of overview what reports we're getting, but I am ultimately concerned. Again, just the environment.
Tornado on the
whole,
ground.
Just looking at, I'm going to kind of zoom out here, and again, a lot of this activity is growing upscale. And what I mean by that, I can see an outflow boundary developing there in northern Kansas or northwest Kansas, and then that extends. And again, I think we're starting to get, obviously, a lot of what we're seeing here is a supercellular mode there. Again, this is primed for Kansas and Nebraska there. We have severe thunderstorm and tornado warnings also in progress to the west of Salina, Kansas, also to the east of Hayes. Also areas around Colby and Oakley. Watching this cluster of storm, or this looks like an intense cell that will be tracking through those areas. Actually, multiple cells that it's kind of broken apart. They're tracking into Colby proper, and I'm going to say this has a potential for producing 60-mile-per-hour gusts again. Pretty strong downdrafts with that, and also gusts. And just given the impressive low-level wind shear, the dew points, and everything that's coming together, the moisture returns, I am expecting more thunderstorms to pop up over time.
Yeah.
And again,
me too.
Rapidly go tornadic. And again, it's
I'm not
been a matter of probably a couple of hours.
Yeah, we got a new tornado warning.
Storms have the potential to
I'm just seeing here, Isaac, the 6 o'clock. At 5:47, a confirmed and largely and extremely dangerous tornado was located 6 miles northwestern of Herndon, or 15 miles southwest of Trenton, moving northeast around 15. This is a typically dangerous situation. Take cover now. Isaac, if you're in the path of these storms, I think these people need to be taking cover, don't they?
And I will say, I believe they have issued another. Yeah, they did issue another warning. I'm pretty certain at this point. I think this would include some parts of the McCook, Nebraska area, and I'm gonna service here in North Platte. This is probably not Midland. Again, I will once again point out the. All right, North Platte. See what they have to say about this.
I'm looking at reports here for you. Tornado was on the ground at time of a call down there.
Yep. All right. There we are. Yeah.
So
they've
Isaac,
issued
I'm gonna
another
tell these
radar
people on here
indicated
for you.
tornado. Yeah.
We had a report of 2.5 inches of hail from the public down here.
Yeah. And again, that we've had some reports of baseball-sized hail, or rather tennis ball. But again,
Mm-hmm.
the National Weather Service is actually they have issued another radar-indicated tornado warning. And again, this is back to radar indicated status here for Decatur, Rawlins counties, also for Hitchcock and Red Willow County. And they have this in effect for, again, this is, I believe that's this is the one that's tracking towards McCook. And again, yes, McCook proper is tornado warned at this time. Baseball sized hail also possible. And again,
Good
this storm has
grief.
history producing. Yeah, the storm has a history of producing tornadoes. And again, this rotation has been fairly tight, and this may likely appears very fairly tight with that. And it's like this year's kind of weakened a bit, but again, this has again just understanding again how these storms have behaved. Time again, what sometimes tends to happen is the rotation may slightly weaken, but you still got some residual outflow from storms that'll help things kind of lift up. I'm seeing that outflow boundary of seeing some of those storms kind of still growing upscale there, and sometimes what I've seen here, these storms tend to recycle a bit, and still has a possibility, or it still has the potential to produce a tornado there, and this could still very well be a stronger one because you may have a strong rear flank that could form out of that, and that will really help. And
Yeah.
again, that it's just the winds and the flying debris that are your biggest concerns.
Yeah, I just got a report, Isaac, a Republic report of a tornado once again down here in Dudley, down here. And from the public report of a tornado.
Once again, all right, I'm gonna. Yeah, I was gonna say Culberson, Hitchcock County. Other folks reporting tornadoes. Looks like this one is it's been on the ground for at least a couple minutes, according to Spotter's perspective. Various reports there, just from the Weather Service, and again, or yeah, that's a NWS employee. That's probably trying to get a ground perspective of this here. And once again, um, yeah, I was going to say the considerable damage threat with that, but the good news is that the at least rotation has weakened with that slightly, but it's still it can still really tighten up and recycle, and that's a concern I have for folks in and around McCook, and I was going to say they are
Yeah, that's
tornado warned at the moment. Also, a report of baseball-sized hail from a trained spotter from Spotter Network here in Hayes County, Nebraska. And
okay.
again, there is that possibility. Again, just seeing how these thunderstorms have been generating rather rapidly. Again, the residual outflow from these storms can help generate these storms, these new storms, and that can really increase your hail potential. And again, just you'll get a really
Yeah,
strong
just got a
updraft
report
with
coming
that.
in
So
again.
a lot of this
Brief tornado again for less than 1 minute.
Yeah, and once again, I will point out we've been getting various reports, and again, we're not going to all pass them along to you at once. We'll do our best to kind of we're still trying to get more information about that. But again, residual outflow from these thunderstorms can likely enhance your upward forcing. And again, just with the relatively moist and unstable air mass that we have, again, this will account for, again, the lapse rates and everything are very good. So more than likely, we're talking hail, potentially upwards of baseballs, maybe even a few gigantic stones like softballs. Might even be a
Enough to hurt
possibility with some of
somebody.
these more intense storms. So, and again, just please be paying attention to these.
Yeah, if you're in the
These
tornado warning, you need to be getting underground immediately.
here. And again, look, we do have another generation in southern Nebraska and northern Kansas. At this County, Rawlins County, Red Willow, and again, and also in the Sioux County, Nebraska, and again, that itself would be between Scottsbluff and Andron, Nebraska. I'm going to try and get a different perspective, see how storms are developing up here, a little bit closer to. Yeah, definitely getting a better perspective. This is closer to outrange. Here are couplet there that we'll be tracking.
Yeah,
there
new tornado warning
across,
that goes through
this, yeah,
645. This warning expired. And I mean, it says right now it's a radar indicated tornado, but folks, we could get these large tornadoes. I mean, sometimes, and this is what radar indicated. Some very strong signs. Gate to gate sheared, Isaac. Look at here. We're starting to get gate to gate sheared right there.
Yeah, and from the perspective on the radar that we're looking at, also folks in Hayes Center, Nebraska, still quite concerned from the perspective that I'm looking at here on radar. We're starting to get an impressive couplet here with that cell, and again, I am noting here we got outbound velocities 70 miles per hour. So wind shear is about 70 knots with that couplet, and that's why I don't want folks in McCook to be deceived either, because again, looks like we're starting to get some surface-based convection kind of or some inhibition with that. So, but again, the wind shear and everything is still fairly tight with that. But again, I would expect that there is a window. There will be a window for this thing to tighten back up. I will caution, because again, we do have those.
Yeah, I mean, I'd agree, Isaac, with you.
And that could easily recycle there. It has a window to recycle. And also to note, there again, just how broad the rotation is with that. Also, north of Herndon, looks like we may have another small itty bitty couplet there. A little hook echo that might be forming just north of there as well. And again, this is a again the characteristics that I'm seeing here have me note that there's again plenty of broad rotation with that. The parent cell within there, we'll have to keep a very close eye on reports coming from that area. And again, for the rest of folks in western Kansas and southwest Nebraska, please pay attention to warnings and stay tuned to your local media for the latest developments and information. We're keeping an eye on storm reports, and we will keep you posted. Isaac Schroff, USA Storm Watch. I'll see you soon. I gotta call someone back.
Thank you, Isaac, for helping me out for a little bit. All right, folks, we're continuing to have severe weather continuing. I'm going to stay with you just for a little while, and keep an eye on this breaking situation today, and for the even hours with you. So we have a tornado warning continue down here, and you can see. We'll take a little pause here. The tornado warning over here has expired, but now we have winds gusting up to 70 miles an hour. So that's still enough to cause some significant damage. Could knock a tree down on your house. We could be having stuff like that go on. And that's why we're going to automatically just keep the map up since we're in high priority feed right now. Looking for wind sheared, gate to gate sheared. Any of these storms today are going to have an environment of spinning. So this storm could produce a tornado with it. And just look at the hail. Gosh. Folks, we're starting to get some very large hail with these storms. And that's going to lead to a lot of problems. Is very large hail with this whole situation. And just let the thing animate. Very large hail in Kansas. Very large. That's going to cause some significant problems. It could really hurt somebody if you got hit by hail like this. But we're continuing to watch storms this evening as they develop. But I think there's going to be an opportunity. I mean, we could get this tornado warning down here is going to be capable of still producing enough hail the size of baseball. And we'll put velocity right back on. Rotation just doesn't have a lot of tightness up yet, but I'm kind of looking and see for you here, and we'll see what we got. Red next to green, but I'm looking at potentially a baseball size hail. Kind of updating, so you live in the area, you need to be taking cover. Go to the lowest floor of the home on the basement. This is a strong line of thunderstorms, and we have one report in Texas of some measurement of over 55 miles of gust has been reported. So starting to have some radar trouble right now. I don't even know what's kind of going on with it. Sometimes it messes up. Alright, so we are continuing with our coverage, starting to get several reports of tornadoes this evening tonight. And tornado quarter-size hail with this. It's still moving at about 15 miles an hour for these warnings. Let me switch off here for a second. I gotta reboot my So you just see all the stuff going on in Kansas this evening. This has been the tornado activity, but right now it's just showing you we're getting radar indication. This run through 6:45. No confirmed report of a tornado on the ground, but these markers we've been getting, these icons, are telling you we've been having tornadoes a lot this evening. 1.5 inches of hail. Folks, this is going to be bad. This is why the PDS watch got issued. And you can see, looking at the tools we use, and look at this. Goodness gracious. Alright, new severe thunderstorm warning has just got issued, so that's down south. We'll take a look at that just in a second. Checking for debris, and see if we have anything aloft yet. It's because this is the day where we thought we could see tornadoes. Taking a looking at things this morning, we would see stuff. And so far we haven't seen we can see, but there is that PDS warning is dangerous. New tornado warning has just been issued but the Hays City, Nebraska. At 6:07, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado near 9 miles southwest of Hays Center, moving north at 15 miles an hour. Hazardous tornado, $1.5 size hail. This is a storm that could produce a tornado. Also, if you live in Hays City, a center or homeland area, you need to be in a tornado safe spot. You're starting to see hail reported up to 7.5, so that is some very large hail with this. So we'll pull up rotation, and you can see a little bit of radar red next to green. That is gate to gate sheared. But just take a look at the. We see have any debris. We don't right now, but there is potentially a very large hail. Hail is going to be the biggest concern today, and that's up to about 2.5 inches of hail in diameter. That's still enough to start breaking some windows, starting to get everything loaded back here. Just give me a second. And you see that tornado wind goes through about 7 p.m. So we're going to continue to watch that. And watch these clusters. This is a tornado warning for up to quarter size hail. And the other one goes through about 6:45. So far, we're getting ready to take you a small break. I know we're in high priority feed, but these are just radar indicated tornadoes. That doesn't mean we have a confirmed report of a tornado on the ground or anything. But the environment we are in, this is all tightened up. It could be gate to gate sheared again. And you can see we don't have no confirmed report, but we have 1.75 inches of hail. We have several reports of tornadoes have been on the ground. So, folks, please take this whole situation very seriously tonight. I mean, if you have to go to bed, I mean, make sure your weather radio is charged up. Make sure you have batteries in it. Make sure you have everything ready to go in case you go under a tornado warning, and be ready to take cover as warnings get issued. Because like I said, this is the PDS watch. It's a different watch that we normally go through. If the watch, it stands for a particularly dangerous situation. Now this is like more likely we get these in April. More like April and May, we get a PDS watch to be issued, but this is one of these we have to take seriously. I know we've been having so many weather events going through, but we got to take this event very seriously. Once we get mostly the supercell mode, I think we'll run into more of a damage and wind threat. So right now, more cells are forming out to the north right now. Don't look too bad. Alright, we'll zoom into this little storm here. This storm's giving me signs of some pretty decent signs of rotation. So, still large hail could be likely with that. And more storms are trying to build back and forth. So, we don't have no confirmed report of anything on the ground, but you're still in the polygons. I would take everything seriously. Make sure you have a way to receive warnings tonight. And like I said, I'll be here through the evening, breaking in as we need to, and passing along advisories. We want to leave the main screen up, the radar running, but like I said, I'm going to take a small break. I'm going to shut the audio off. If we see any confirmed reports of a tornado on the ground or anything like that, we'll pop on to let you know. But right now, I'm going to shut the audio off, and we will continue to watch things. Alright, good evening, everybody. I'm Vice Forecaster JD Rapp with you back in the USA Severe Weather Network Center. We have a tornado warning had just been issued now. So let's go right back to Storm Commander. Tornado warning continues into 7:15 for Hanford County and the Plano, Texas area into 7:15. At 6:23, a confirmed tornado was located 9 miles northeast of Gulliver, or 14 miles northwest of Spanman, moving east around 25. Hazards, damage, and tornado, and up to baseball-sized hail. Weather spotters have confirmed a tornado. So, we may not stay with you this long, is because this tornado is in rural areas. So, if this is a tornado on the ground now, if you live in this area, we already had a report of a tornado on the ground, and so we definitely need to be into a tornado safe spot. Look at the hail threat, and look at here. Gosh. Almost 3 inches of hail with this. Echo tops are very decent. So this is in a rural area. So this would probably just be more like a threat of a very large, very decent echo top. And you can see red next to green, that is gate to gate sheared. So if you live in that Texas area, now it's time to seek shelter. Go to the lowest floor of a building and make sure you have put many walls between you as possible and stay away from windows. This is a tornado warning that goes into effect through 7:15 Eastern Daylight Time. So we'll check debris here just to see what we have. There's a little bit of debris ball, so if you live in this by Bruxton area, you need to be in a tornado safe spot. Go to the lowest floor of the building, put a mattress between you, a regular mattress between you, and you protect yourself for flying debris. This is a tornado warning into 7:15. So back out. We're really not going to stay with this one because it's way far away. I was just going to give everybody a quick update. We have a tornado on the ground with that storm. And while we're on here, I noticed we have a report of a funnel cloud over here. I'm a trained spotter, so we could be getting these small funnels if the wind shear, if this storm over here by Clapham area, excuse me, keeps tightening up, this storm will produce a brief tornado also. So we definitely need to be keeping that in mind. If you live in the communities in that tornado warning area, that's where the wind shears tighten up. And this storm over here by Flick Dark area, this storm is capable of producing hail the size of ping pong, and this storm could produce very large hail. Goodness gracious. Folks, are you kidding me? We're starting to get almost 2.5 inches of hail. That's up to ping pong, and ping pong's enough to start breaking glass out. So if you live in any of these communities here with the tornado warning, now's the time to seek shelter. This is a tornado warning. You probably want to get centered and get covered. Go to the lowest floor of a building and stay away from all the windows. Because we've been having not even report the tornadoes, but flash flooding. Flooding on Road Highway 40 down here, so just flooding is going to be a biggest concern. If you see water, make sure you don't go through it. It's not going to be worth it. So even this severe thunderstorm warning runs through about 7 p.m. We could see the potentially of a quarter-size hail with that, almost 1.25, with some damage and winds up to 60 miles an hour, with maybe some weak rotation at times. So that's the problem. So right now we just broke in because we had that one tornado warning for Texas I've been noticing. And so far the rest of them are still showing signs of some rotation and about ready to move out of the area. Large hail with these tornado warnings, but they continue to go to a different direction, and that's the problem. is with these storms, they go different directions, they move different. So that's why we're continuing to watch these storms as they move to a different way. So right now, if you just join me from home, whatever you at tonight, we have a tornado. We have a tornado warning in place, and these warnings have been producing some damage tonight, and that's why we are continuing to be in high priority feed. Is because this is a PDS watch, particularly dangerous situation, and this one tornado warning has up to hail the size of golf balls, so that's enough to start breaking glass. So we're continuing to moderate stuff and moderate this one tornado warning. It's a damaging tornado. So baseball's enough to start breaking your glass. Up to 2-inch hail is reported. I'm checking the my chat, see if anybody else is seeing anything different. I'm gonna check Facebook while we're still on here. Here, just give me a second. Just checking, make sure we don't have any photos. So if they were photos, I can share them with you at the tornado threat. So we will be with you for a little while tonight. This just we had a report of 2-inch hail, so that's going to continue right now. And let's see so that was the only one we had in place. So we want to continue to keep you updated and just break in as we need to tonight. So tornado warning continues. Severe thunderstorm warnings are starting to come in. If they start coming in a line like this will just be more of a damaging wind threat. That's what we continue to watch for. We're continuing to watch these super sailor storms as they pop in. We will continue to keep you updated. And if we do think there's another life-threatening situation with any other sail, we'll break in. For right now, I'm Vice Forecaster JD Rapp with you today. We will continue to pop on, and I will shut the audio off, and we see anything else coming through, we will pop on to let you know.